What is up, guys? I am back, and what the fuck? How many YouTube videos is this fucking guy gonna make? Well, somebody might have found some inspiration, drive, spark, I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm here. And today we are looking at the replay in the Caernarvon AX. I haven't done a review on it, and I'm not sure if I'm quite ready to go back to reviewing stuff just yet, but maybe one day we'll get there. We are playing, what is this, Muravenka? I have no idea what this map is called. I don't know how I managed to play this much of this game and not memorize the names of these maps. But I'm a stupid fucking idiot, so I guess it does make sense in the end of the day. Caernarvon AX is a premium tank that you could grind for free during the Caernarvon AX marathon. I don't know what else it was called. I don't think it was called anything else. But yeah, this is a premium tank that you go get for free, and historically they've been, I guess, okay. I mean, the American medium Pershing thing was pretty shit, I guess. Pilot, whatever the fuck it was called, was pretty shit, but then the Prosciutto was really fucking good. And now this thing is out, and it also is pretty fucking good. It takes the Caernarvon formula, tunes down the gun a bit, but it gets heat protective turret armor and not really much else going for it. So is this better than the regular Caernarvon after the regular Caernarvon got buffed massively? Probably not really, but at the same time, is this tank still fucking good? Yeah, it kinda is. So unlike the regular Caernarvon, this one gets a smaller gun. It does 220 damage per shot instead of 280, and it has 225 penetration, which means that this Type 5 heavy I can't really fuck with. I could load premium, but then again, is it really worth my time to get spotted and possibly maybe pen him for 220 alpha? Probably not. I'm probably better off sitting here spotting and him for one of my teammates who are sitting right next to me, so that's also completely pointless. So don't really feel like loading premium here. Doesn't really make much of a difference, so we're just chilling here waiting for some more plebeian tanks to arrive, because Type 4 heavy we can't really fuck with. But it seems that there's nobody else there, and I'm kind of I made the decision to go passive in this game and not go forest. The thing about going forest, especially when you're not top tier, if you're outnumbered, you're fucked. You're gonna die in 2 minutes and cry every time, and you know, it's not gonna be a good time. So instead of doing that, I went to the passive play, but since there's only a Type 4 heavy here, I don't really want to fuck with that, so I changed my play to be more passive in the back of this line instead of sitting by the TDs. And this already looks pretty fucking bad. At this point, I'm kind of almost calling a defeat already in my Twitch stream, as it seems that our forest got overmatched as badly as I would have imagined, and me being there wouldn't really change jack shit, apart from me losing a lot of health and probably dying. Some really half-ass shots on that Batchet there don't really do me much good either. Take a Borsig shot in return, but yeah. The Batchet is still running around there. I don't really want to take another one from the Borsig. The turret armor on this is effectively around like 220, 230. Maybe, it depends on the angle that you get hit in. There is a cupola, which is a relief for the game, but at the same time, if you use the gun depression in this, it is pretty much invulnerable to anything below tier 8 and tier 8s if they don't spam premium, which most people do these days. But at the same time, tanks like these are not good for the game as far as I'm concerned. This one, the Conqueror, the Super Conk, all of them promote really bare bones basic gameplay that everybody can master. It's super easy, boring as shit, and arguably these tanks are all quite a bit overpowered for how incredibly easy they are to play. This one is kind of balanced around the fact that the gun handles like ass. The soft stats are super bad. You can see that when I'm turning my gun around, the bloom goes to all hell. Nothing like playing a Russian tank of any sorts. We lose any kind of sense of accuracy the second you're turning your turret, and don't even think about turning the hull if you want to hit anything anytime soon, because the gun really does not perform too well if you are turning any of the movable parts in this tank, really. But yeah, the game progressed quite quickly. 5 minutes in, it's 7-8 and 7-9 now, and the forest has fallen. No real big surprise there. generally isn't really a big surprise for Forest Falls. Like I said though, I could have played there, but I feel like I would have gotten just overmatched and run over so quickly that this game would have been very, very sad for me. Instead I played passive, which, I mean, kind of paid off for me because I'm not dead yet. I haven't done fuck all yet, but I'm not dead, so that's a good thing. Trying to punish this Batchet for running around like a headless chicken, and so far we have put some shots into him, but as you can see, that alpha damage really doesn't do this tank many favors. There's still the Type 4 left alive, and our team looks fucking dead already. Our 705, I don't even know where he was playing. Was he playing this side? Either way, he didn't really do much and died. Now the 430 is gonna, you know, counter artillery like you would when you go close. Oh no, he died. Oh no. Artillery, as per usual, fair and balanced, balancing out the camping medium tank right in his face. Unfortunately, I don't pick up the kill on the Batchet there. That might come back to bite me in the ass a bit later. There's not that many tanks left in the forest, so our flank shouldn't be that fucked anymore, but there's still that 110, and that kind of prevents me from using the left side of the map too much. The Borsig has moved up. I should have probably tried to get the tracking shot there instead of going for the center mass shot, but I didn't, so he gets away. While I'm chasing little scouts and shitty little Borsigs around, the Type 4 has died. They still have a WZ Tier 9 TD on full health, so that's quite sad for me. And this Batchet is still being annoying, and I still have to think about that 110 on my flank, so I can't really do too much. Should try to protect that T95 from getting flanked, but so far he seems to be doing fine, and yeah. Server lag, my dude, server lag. That was a fucking legit kill as it gets. Look at him, he's legitimately way behind cover, but like they say, you miss every shot you don't take, and I guess it's time to turn my hacks off, I mean, before people get too suspicious. Borsig has moved up, and it's not really the fight you want to take against this tank. You don't want to be close range, and the T10 also prevents me from killing the Borsig. I was thinking about going for it, but I realized I'll take a lot of damage, and I'm not even guaranteed a kill on the Borsig, so that's not really what I want to do with my life right now. The T95 is pushing up. The WZTD is probably going to tear him a new asshole, which is probably not what the T95 wants. We're pushing up. It's time to stop being a bitch and take some actual action here. Loading HE for the Borsig, which could really buy. I had loaded HE for the Borsig, but now when I see the T44, I decided to swap my ammo around to AP. Of course, I shoot the Borsig and don't kill him because I did that, but at the same time, I didn't feel like it was worth the risk. The T10. Or 110 is here now, and I have a T44 and a 110 to deal with on two really bad angles for me. The first guy to die is the T44. We get him pretty clean without him shooting me back, and now the 110 is the last guy on this side. The T95 managed to die though, so we're still not in a good spot, and yeah. Artie, as fair and balanced as always, shits on me for almost 500. And now, yeah, we're kind of trying to sneak up on this 110, but I should wait for the Scorpion to just take the clean kill from the flank. I don't think there should be any issues with this whatsoever. But the 110 actually does get a shot off, so it wasn't as clean as it could have been. But now it is 2v2 RT and the full health Tier 9 Chinese TD versus me and the Scorpion. It could go either way at this point. Obviously, Artie is a massive pain in the ass for me because he one-shots me by farting anywhere near my direction. And Scorpion is a one-shot for Artie at any point. And for the WZTD, both of us are one-shots. So not really that easy to call this yet, especially if the WZTD is camping. What we need to do is take this ridge as fast as possible and deny the WZ to the push on me. I don't know where the Scorpion is going, but I do find the Artie, and this tank is just not able to kill higher tier Arties very effectively. Technically I would need 3 shots to kill this, which is fucking hilarious. And again, the aiming time fails me massively on that second shot. So Artie lives, unfortunately, but there's not much we can do about it. I don't think I got spotted for it. I go for hopefully a lucky or hopeful shot on through the bushes, but there was no outline there. Now the Artie is gone, and trees are falling, but again, I don't think I really have a shot on him as of yet, and I don't really want to get spotted for blind shooting a forest. So instead of shooting, I decide to chill out here. So because this tank is too slow, I can't really make any moves towards the Arty, and I definitely shouldn't make any moves towards the Arty. The Scorpion, however, could try to go on the K line and see what he can do. He should be able to kill the Arty if this game was, you know, actually not retarded. But seeing that this game is retarded, it is probably a lot more likely that the Arty will one-shot the Scorpion than the other way around. Yeah, let's see how it turns out. The Scorpion is going into the forest. Even if he does die to the WZ or the 212, yeah, well played. Well played. Arty counters campers, and it is not broken as shit and does not need to be changed whatsoever. Both the 430 and the Scorpion G would definitely agree with that statement. And yeah, good job, Wargaming. Clearly, you fixed Arty. Good job. Anyways, now it's me versus these two fuckers, and the WZTD is on full health. But what is riding in my favor is that the WZ didn't seem like to be the most competent of players, and if the Arty does something stupid, I can be patient and punish him for it. Because it's encounter, it takes quite a while for the enemies to cap this, and if the WZ wasn't a dumbass, he would just fucking gone on this ridge and shot me in the face quite a while ago. He should have a repair kit, so there should be no real way I win this fight if he was any good, but seeing how he played this game so far, he probably isn't any good. So we still have a chance here, and I just need to try to find a mistake on the enemy team, so I'm just being patient and sitting in a bush, which is where I want to be. Seeing the enemy team cap would definitely not be a bad thing for me. At least I would pinpoint one of them, probably the WZ. It would probably take this fat ass Arty quite a much longer time to get into the cap, plus I should be able to spot him, and that is exactly what happens. I don't know why he thought that's a good idea, but a lot of the times when the games seem already won, people do stupid shit, and I do actually high roll enough to kill that guy in one shot. That could have actually got really sour for me if I didn't one-shot him. And now we know where the WZ is, and that gives us quite an advantage. He leaves the cap circle, which kind of worries me, but then he re-enters it immediately, which takes that worry away. And what I need to do basically is try to bait out his shot and not die, and then it is pretty much GG, because, you know, not having a turret. And yeah, that tier 8 turret armor, fair and balanced, saves my ass, and this is pretty much over. I mean, I should have all the time in the world. I should get this tracking shot, but I'm a bad player, so I don't. But the WZTD is so incredibly unmaneuverable that he can't even outturn a caravan. So this is a GG, and now, you know, I can just enjoy being a farmer with this silly DPM and silly rate of fire. And this is how you get an ace tanker. You just find a tier 9 TD that plays a bit bad, and then you just farm the living shit out of him, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Overall, I think we did generally pretty well in this game. Started very passive, and you can definitely, you know, blame me for playing passive in this game. But again, I didn't really feel like going into the forest and dying immediately, so instead I played it safe, and it worked out in the end, so I guess it's not all bad in the end. Alright, so here's the end plate. Ace Tanker, 2,484 experience, 1 bond, high caliber, 4,805 damage down, picked up 5 kills, 0 assist, and we bounced 1,070 damage thanks to that last shot from the WZ and the 2 bounces from the 110. Base XP of 1,656. So, pretty decent game. Again, not really the greatest play out of me. Didn't really push aggressively, but instead kind of rode my team in this one, and played off my teammates like a piece of shit scumbag. But it worked out in the end, and I wasn't playing as passively as I could have, and like I said, it worked out in the end, so can't really be too upset. Plus, the game was pretty close and interesting, so there is that. As for the Caernarvon AX, is it a good premium tank? Well, yes, it kind of is. Is it a fun tank to play? Absolutely fucking not. There's not really all that much fun of parking hull down and then spamming full premium ammo, which is what all of the British heavies tier 8 and up are good at, and that kind of gameplay really, really ruins the game for me. So is this a good tank? Yes. Is this a good tank for World of Tanks? Not at all. Just the same as all the Conquerors, all the Super Conks and Caravans involved. Might disagree with what I'm saying, but that is my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.